Welcome to the Diddy Men, where we are trying to take Indonesia to the Southeast Asian Championship. Things started well in our first game, where we beat East Timor comfortably. We've played another game offline against Brunei, and this evening we are going out there against Cambodia in what will be a much sterner test. So we did manage to win our game offline, although it was not as convincing as it was against East Timor. We won it 1-0, a second clean sheet on the bounce, not to be sniffed at. We took the lead inside the opening 10 minutes. Witten Suleiman strolled free down the right-hand side of the park, beat his man, rolled a ball across the 6-yard box. Eggy Vickery slots into an empty net, but you'll see that Brunei had a goal disallowed either side of half-time, and we had chances for a second goal ourselves, but we had less shots than the opposition, and the XG was pretty close. This was not a dominant performance from the boys, but we've got 2 games left in the group, and a win today and we're qualified. If we can beat Cambodia, it puts us on 9 points. They'll be stranded on 3 with just 1 game remaining, and then it will all come down to our final game against Singapore to see who tops the group. But we've got to beat Cambodia first. We've been rotating our squad because these games are coming every 48 hours. It's quite a relentless schedule. We're keeping Vickery and Suleiman out on the wings there because they seem to be coping quite well with the demands of all this football. But we're rotating the players around the back line. Our mate Katul Pambudi has now got back from suspension following his assault on a player in the World Cup. He's coming in fresh at left back for us today. We're also bringing in Aris Lester-Luhu as our centre back. He's 5'9" and jumping reach of 12. So he is going to be quite an imposing figure back there for us. We rested Diddy for the Brunei game. Diddy comes back today. Maybe that will give us a bit more of a cutting edge. And we're also bringing in Evan Dimas just to give us a bit of experience, craft, guile and vision in that midfield. These are the team that we're going to send out there to try and secure a place in the semi-finals of the Southeast Asian Championships. Okay, this feels like a big game. I think Singapore, who we played last in the group stages, that's going to be the toughest test of all. If we lose to Cambodia, then we're going into that Singapore game knowing we're going to need some kind of result from that game. So I'd like to get qualification done today. And here's Witten straight from the kickoff. Our opening highlight is in. Evan Dimas, an attacking threat from midfield, nods it back to Sir David in goal for them. Airily, with these youngsters coming into the team, we are much stronger at the back than we were. Quite confident in our ability to deal with the aerial challenge of the teams in the Southeast Asian Championship. And we're continuing this highlight again. Evan Dimas has now got the ball. He's played it to our left back. Dendi Celeste-Waiwan should be tucking those away, really. And Baggers Carthy's had a chance as well. And inside 4 minutes, we've had 3 pretty decent attempts at goal. At least it's a bit more of a lively start than we saw against Brunei. Lively starts don't get you points and win you games, so we've got a little bit more to do. We've got 3 players closing down. Their player wins the ball and returns it to us. And Witten Suleiman's had a go, and he struck a bar, and Dendi's in, and he's onside, and Dendi. Second goal of the tournament, I think, isn't it, for old Denders? 22nd international goal, all since we took over the national team. Well, he is an absolute lethal finisher. Look at his reflexes there. His anticipation is immense. He uses his shin to prod it home. Good, strong, solid start. Cambodia have just had a lone shot. We're looking in control. We're top of the group. We need a second, I think. And we're going to ask for that now. But this is a good start, and it's corner time. And here they go, these 2 wingers working it. And Dimas is in again, and this time he does power his header home. And look, our team of 5'9" maximum Indonesians are a real threat from set pieces. This is not the first goal that we have scored from a corner. They are working well, and Dimas is completely unmarked. He plants a header past Sir David. Good start. 2-0 lead at half-time is more than okay with me, but it's corner time again. Could it get even better? We've gone high, and we're going to get Baggers Cafe to mop things up. He's gone over the top, and Dendy's offside. I think he is. Shows you what a finisher Dendy is, though. Baggers dinks one over the whole defence. And Dendy couldn't quite get back on side, but look at this for a finish. He knows exactly where the back of the net is, old Dendy. What a great little finisher. We're keeping our eyes on the fitness. He's going to have to come off at half-time. So is Baggers Cafe. 48 hours is not a lot of recovery time in between games. Let's go and make those 2 changes. We'll see you for the kickoff as we start the second half of this very important game. Okay, there are a lot of tired legs out there, but we've made those 2 changes. It's a shame that we can't make a few more, really. We've got one more in our bag that we're going to have to save a little bit. And straight after the half-time whistle, we're into the highlights again. Can we win the ball? We can. Witten Suleiman, this little inverted winger, loves to wriggle down the right. Can he get on it? He can't. He's giving it away. We've got a little bit more work to do. We're just keeping an eye on that fitness. Maybe Eggy might be the other player we can get off. If we can get a 3rd goal and it looks like we're comfortable, we could save Eggy for the game against Singapore. If we win this game, by the way, that game against Singapore is essentially a little playoff to see who's going to be top of the group, as Dendy now rattles the bar with another finish. It looks like if things stay as they are, a draw would be enough against Singapore for us to come top of the group. Let's just see if there's another tired body we need to get off the pitch. There's a whole load of them in that midfield that seem to be struggling. I think we'll leave it till the 70-minute mark, see who drops the lowest, and then make that little change. At 2-0, a goal for them still makes it a little bit nervy. That's not our best short corner routine, but we got the ball, and our youngsters are playing it around at the back. That's Baggers' brother. He's got it to Eggy. It's over, and Dendy is having chance after chance. He's not really bought his shooting boots today. Now we're going to pause the game. What do we need to do? The player that looks like he needs to come off is Evan Dimas. Paulo Sittengang is the ideal replacement. He could easily be in the starting team if Evan Dimas wasn't one of your star players. The defence have got turned around a little bit there, but Ange comes out. We've got the ball in the middle of the park. And we've given it away again. A little bit leggy and a little bit lazy. And they are through. And one of our youngsters has closed that one down. 20 minutes to go. Let's just drop the tempo because some very tired legs out there. Let's defend this. Let's break clear. Here we go. I do love the way those strikers could run from the halfway line and collect the ball, but they prefer to just watch on. And maybe that's why Dendy wins it back from his marker, breaks, the highlight ends, and it's corner time. The set-piece kings of Asian football are in again. Not this time. Here's little Pambudi. Aggressive little chap, Pambudi. His brother's on the bench as well, didn't make it on today. They're very composed. Kafa's over now. Celeste Y1's in again. How many times, Dendy? The most lethal marksman in Asia has had, a goal disallowed and 4 really good chances. And against Singapore, these are chances that have got to go in. And certainly in the semis, we've got to take more of those chances. And Dendy, you've got an open goal there, son. The keeper is having a cigarette whilst leaning on the post, and you've blazed it wide. All right, we've got just over 5 minutes left. We've broken again. Dendy, what have you got? We know he's quick. Probably best he gives the ball to a different player this time. And he has, and there's Tony Pambudi, who is not on the bench. Turns out he's who I brought on for Baggers Cafe. He just hadn't done anything in the whole of the second half until Dendy escapes down the left unselfish play. Look at that. That's how we like it. Those low crosses across the box. Tony bangs home another international goal. 18-year-old's on fire. The XG's looking good. The shot rate is looking good. It's looking like a third clean sheet, by the way. That's not happened before. That is another good performance from the chaps. What are we going to say? Nice victory. Let's look at the table because I think it's good news. We're top of it. We've got a game against Singapore to go. That will determine who comes top of the group, and then we're into the semi-finals and potentially a final. And that's what we're going to come back for next weekend as we see whether we can turn our Indonesian national team in to finalists in the Southeast Asian Championship.